welcome to a big edition of my Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty as we are taking on the Texas A&M Aggies for the first time in this series. The Aggies have been really good all year. They were 11-0 heading into the season finale. And suffered a loss to Texas, which we'll get to in a minute. We are coming off of a disappointing performance against Georgia Tech. It's a young Jackets team that has not been great this year, obviously. Only won 3 games, but they're really young, do have some talent. Threw 2 interceptions with Stockton, both of them just my fault, bad reads. He got sacked 4 times, enough to throw us off. We ran the ball really well. Probably should have leaned on that more in that game. Just a little off. Was not in rhythm with the passing game at all. But credit to Georgia Tech with that. But yeah, we'll get going with Texas A&M, the Aggies. Again, started off 11-0, lost to Texas. And there's a big factor in that game. A big thing that happens that I think really hurts their chances of winning a national title, winning this game against us. They beat UTSA, who has been really good as a Group of 5 team, 10-2. They're undefeated in their conference. Beat Utah State handedly. Beat a good North Carolina State team. Beat a good Notre Dame team that's probably going to be in the college football playoff on the road by double digits. Beat a Missouri team that's going to a bowl game by double digits. Beat LSU on the road by a touchdown. Beat a bad Arkansas team by 2 scores. Really beat up on a South Carolina team that has been ranked in the top 25 essentially the entire year. Beat up on Florida that's going bowling, had back-to-back byes. Beat up on Auburn. Beat a Mississippi State team by 2 scores that beat us. But then they lost to Texas by 8, 34-26. They tried for a late push but fell behind early and were unable to keep up. More importantly, Connor Wegman got hurt. Their star quarterback who's been so good this year, been in the Heisman race, at different times. So Marcel Reed is going to be the starting quarterback for the Aggies. It's definitely an unfortunate thing I'm not dealing with injuries, but it does suck when you're playing teams that are, especially when it becomes, a game of this magnitude and the quarterback of all players gets hurt. Wegman is one of their best players, and he is now dealing with a broken tibia. So he is out for the season no matter what. Might have played his last down with A&M. I think with his overall, he probably comes back. And we should be playing A&M next year. But he was really good last year. He's been better this year. He's a good athlete, adds a lot on the ground, has 7 career rushing scores. Marcel Reed is a really good high-end athlete. Doesn't have the strongest arm and is not as accurate as Wegman, but I think is really comparable to what we have in Gunnar Stockton with more speed. Now, from a mental's ability, he doesn't have anything, something that could work out into our favor. That was his first real game action against Texas. He went 6 for 11, threw a touchdown, no picks, 83 yards. Did get sacked twice, though. But he's a good athlete. That is definitely something for us to watch out for. Not sure how much option game the Aggies offense just naturally has in this game, but it's definitely something to pay attention to. If he starts getting loose with the run game, maybe you have to do some different things on defense. He's got good players around him, though. Reuben Owens, really good running back, 91 overall as a redshirt sophomore. Amari Daniels behind him. Then you got a couple of freshmen here led by Anthony Patino, who does have an elite development trait. Got pretty good caps. Should be a very good player for the Aggies moving forward. At wide receiver, they have Noah Thomas, good player there. Kenny Vega, pretty solid. Micah Tease, pretty solid. Got good speed amongst that trio. Jeremiah Ballard has good size. Jacob Bostic, a really good size-speed combo there. So not the best wide receiver room, but definitely some players that you can play with. But they do have good tight ends. Donovan Green, Jaden Platt, Jackson Thomas, Manu Iglesias. These top two guys I would expect to be on the field a lot, for sure. Their offensive line is really good. Trey Zune, the third, excellent left tackle. Aki Bangbi, at left guard, really good player. Percy Banks at center, really good player. Cam Dewberry at right guard, really good player. And Chase Besantis at right tackle, really good player. Their offensive line is really good. We have struggled to stop teams running the football this year. I am, with the Reuben Owens in the backfield, worried about their run game. I think that should be the focus for us. As we move over to the defense, really, really good defensive line. I mean, just their left end room, has three guys that are either close to 90s or above it. Nick Scorton, Shamar Stewart, Cassius Howell, Jadon Scarlett. Michael Flowers is their fifth left end, and he's a 76 base overall. At right end, you have Anaya White, Rylan Kennedy, Kendall Jackson. Do have Ben Virgin down here at the bottom as a freshman, but a really, really good defensive end room. Defensive tackle, DJ Hicks, Gabriel Brownlow Dindy, Albert Regis, three really good defensive tackles. Left outside linebacker, Damian Sanford. A couple of freshmen here, including Alex Fuentes, who does have elite development trait. This A&M team is going to be a problem. Middle linebacker, excellent sophomore guy here in Tristan Jernigan. Jordan Lockhart, another really good sophomore behind him. At right outside linebacker, you have two good players here in Scooby Williams and Chance Johnson. Cornerback, got some speed, really, really good size. So, obviously, our leading receiver is Anthony Evans. Very fast, smaller guy. Not that he's a spec catch, jump over you anyway. That's not the way I utilize him in the offense. It's something to keep in mind. But even guys like Dylan Bell and London Humphreys, these guys have the size and the athleticism to match up with them. Will Lee, Des Riggs, Donovan Saunders, J.D. Curry, Kenyon Thompson. Kenyon Thompson's a true freshman. Impact development on him. So, really good ball player. Free safety, Dalton Brooks, Bryce Anderson, two really, really good free safeties. A strong safety, they have Miles Davis and Marcus Ratcliffe, two really good strong safeties. Freshman kicker Richard Sexton, major weakness for them. Punter Tyler White. So, I was really focused against Alabama and taking care of the football, running the ball, controlling the clock. Ended up forcing Simpson into 4 interceptions. We're going up an inexperienced quarterback. This is a really, really good Texas A&M team. I think that the overall difference that you're seeing is probably a little too much. Their wide receiver room is like the weakest part of this team. Taking care of the football, controlling the clock, probably going to lean on these running backs again. Try to take some shots if we get them, but this is a good Aggies team. And this is for the SEC championship. It's for a bye in the college football playoff. It's just avoiding an extra chance at being beat. A lot at stake here in this game. Two teams that haven't played each other a whole lot. In their program histories, the Aggies are trying to break into that elite tier of college football that we are already in. And we're trying to keep them at bay, probably going to see them in the college football playoff regardless, maybe play them again. But, got to take care of our business. We're trying to go back-to-back for the second time in a 5-year span. We have to take care of business, play our ball, got to take care of the football. Hopefully can create some turnovers ourselves. But it's time to kick it off. And we are going to start off with the ball. See what we can do against this A&M defense as the kick is away. That one way into the back of the end zone. Anthony Evans takes it for a touchback, and we are underway. So both these teams are really good. I mean, these might be the two best teams in college football in this year. Right now, USC is ranked first. Let's get it going. And we're going to come out with Gunner Stockton in the shotgun, a 2 tight end set. ETN beside him. Takes the snap, gives it to ETN. It's a gain of 4 on the first play. Georgia's going to stick in that formation. These 2 tight ends, ETN in the backfield. Gunner Stockton takes the snap. Gets Oscar Delp down the left side. Going to get a first down. Got room to run. Is brought down there by Jernigan. But it's after we get the first down. Cornerbacks are playing off. Safeties are within the first down. Marker 3, wide receiver set for the first time. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to get sacked. They came with really quick, a lot of pressure there. Nick Scorton on the sack did not get the read off fast enough there. It's a big early stop there, a loss of 9 on that sack. See how Georgia responds to that. 3 wide receivers. Gets the pass out to Delp. Delp with his second catch and a lot of room to run. Gets a gain of about 26, 27 on that. Already 2 catches for 37 yards for the senior, coming off his best game of the year last week. Again, Stockton was okay last week. Did throw 2 interceptions, though. Stockton now sends Anthony Evans in motion. 3 wide receivers. Going to get that pass out too late. Just click the button. That's a loss of 4 on that one. Try to get Anthony Evans the ball as much as possible. See if I can utilize his speed. Anthony Evans now sitting in motion. Try to get that screen off a little late, getting it to it, but it does work out because it sets up the blocks. Anthony Evans takes that catch for a gain of 10, sets up a 3rd and 4. Roughly in field goal range here. 3 wide receiver set. Stockton sends London Humphreys in motion. He's going to have Dylan Bell able to get time. Good blocking. Bell gets up, takes it inside the 20. Bell had 3 catches early in the game last week and then did go quiet. And some more passing, I think, than what we expected from Georgia here early. They stick with ETN in the backfield. 3 wide receiver set. Stockton takes it. Hands it off to ETN, who's able to cut it back to the right. Takes a gain of 7 there. Now 2 tight ends out there with Stockton, Branson, Robinson, first snap of the game, and Branson's going to get the carry. Oh, and he runs into his own blocker, ends up losing a yard, sets up a 3rd and 5. Got a nickel corner kind of here in the slot, looking maybe for some pressure off that left side. Stockton, 3 wide receivers. He takes the snap. Going to get it to Delp. Turns him around, but keeps him out of trouble. Able to fall forward for a first down. Already 3 catches for Delp after an excellent game last week. Of course, had what essentially was the game-winning reception on a 3rd and 6. Georgia was then able to run out the clock. 3 wide set. Stockton takes the snap. Gets the screen barely off. Ends up losing a yard there. Was not able to get that into rhythm. Got some immediate pressure. 2nd and goal from the 9. Aggies are at least showing pressure up the middle. Stockton takes it. A&M drops back into coverage. Stockton just going to scramble. He dives into the end zone for a touchdown. Stockton with the athleticism, got some pressure from the right side, was able to get around Uini and the man he was blocking, and able to get up the field and scores. Georgia starts off with a touchdown on their opening drive here in the SEC championship game. Could have maybe dumped that to London Humphreys, but why risk it with the end result is still a touchdown. Excellent drive there from Stockton. Nice job on third down. 12 plays, 76 yards, almost 7 minutes off the clock. Almost could not have drawn it up any better as Thorson's kick goes into the end zone. Sneed is going to take it for a touchback. That is a true freshman wide receiver for the Aggies. Obviously, Marcel Reed has barely played. Ruben Owens is what I'm expecting to be their focal point. Him and those tight ends is definitely what I am looking to try to stop here. Reed in the shotgun. It is a handoff to Owens. Tries to cut it back. Damon Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of 3 for the uber talented sophomore. 3 wide receiver set, essentially the exact same formation. It's going to be a play action. He takes his shot down the field, knocked away by KJ Bolden. Took his shot for wide receiver 1. Noah Thomas. It's not really the worst pass. Noah Thomas just did not really make a play. Now both tight ends are in, one of them in at fullback, and it is a pass. Got a man open, it is complete that time. Micah Tees with the first down reception on the third down, lined up against Ellis Robinson. They're back in the I formation. Now moved in one of their wide receivers, Noah Thomas, in essentially as an inline tight end. It is a run to Owens. Georgia does a nice job on that play. It's a gain of 3 for the Aggies. They do stick with some big bodies out here. It's going to be a run to the right side, a carry for Amari Daniels, but it's a loss of 2. Jalen Walker initiating the contact, sets up a 3rd and 9. If Georgia can get Reed in this offense into 3rd and 9, that's going to be a good start. And the too quick pressure on the screen forces a punt. Georgia is successful in getting off the field. A&M's got a stout defense that may have to lean on it here some. That is an excellent punt inside the 5 to the 3. Georgia now. Key thing on this drive is just getting out of your own end zone essentially. This is going to be a carry to Tobias. Runs hard, gets a gain of 5 there. Good blocking, took that up on the right side. Tobias stays out there. Stockton hands it off to him. Good defensive play there. But Tobias utilizes his strength, gets another gain of 4. And now Roderick Robinson comes out for his first snap. It's a 2 tight end set out of the shotgun. And it's going to be a carry to Roderick Robinson. Uses all 230 plus pounds. Takes that for a gain of 6, and they get the first down. Georgia now moves into a 3 wide receiver setup. Stockton takes the snap. Tries to dump that off quickly. Gets lucky on the pass to London Humphreys. It does end up complete to him. Essentially caught that off the back of Sanford, the linebacker. He was able to get inside of him. Takes that for a nice big gain. They stick in this 3 wide formation. It's a carry to Etienne. Etienne shrugs off the first defender with just a gain of 2. Three wide set here again. Stockton takes the snap. This is going to be a deep handoff to Etienne. Etienne is able to get up the field. A gain of 2 there again. 3rd and 6 as we hit the second quarter already. Georgia's first drive taking up so much time of that first quarter. They are controlling the time of possession. They're controlling the pace of the game through 1, but it's a big 3rd down here. as they try to continue this drive. Let's see, trying to get the look that I'm looking for here. 3 wide set. Delp is operating out of the slot on this play. Stockton takes the snap. Try to get that to London Humphreys, but it is knocked away. Really good defense there by Jared Kerr. Georgia's going to have to punt it back to A&M. Nice drive defensively for A&M to force the punt. Good drive, though, from Georgia's offense. They got out of the shadows of their goal post and able to flip the field there. A&M now starting off at their own 22, and it's a 2 tight end set to get things rolling. Owens in the backfield. It's a play action. Dumps it off. Donovan Green, their excellent tight end, takes that for a gain of 9. They essentially run 2 starters at tight end. Green and Platt are both excellent. This is a pistol look. Jordan Hall gets off his block, but Owens is able to get around him before he can make the play. That's a first down carry for Owens. First good run of the day. And they stick with this 2 tight end set out of the pistol. No wide receivers on the left side. Looks like a read option, but that was a give to Owens, and that's the second straight really nice run. That was a read option. Correct read from Reed. Now looks like a bunch over to the left. It's going to be an RPO out there. There's 3 guys, just 1 defender. Humphrey, excellent play to get off the block there. Slowed down Thomas enough for KJ Bolden to help him out. Owens heavily breathing. They send Thies in motion. It's going to be a play action. Dumps it off to Owens. Owens gets up the field, tackled down by Ellis Robinson. But it is a first down for the Aggies, starting to get something going here on offense. It's going to be a carry to Daniels. Raylan Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Good run there, good blocking. Be interested to see if Georgia runs a little bit more man in this game. That's a quick RPO, and Bowles gets his tackle broken by Vega. Would have been a loss of yardage there. I think Georgia has got the talent in the secondary to run a little bit more man, maybe be a little bit more aggressive in their blitz packages. Jordan Hall, outstanding player, going to win all kind of awards this season. Was the only man that could keep that from being a big run, and he does shut that down for a 2-yard loss, gets off his block. Reed drops back to pass. Get a quick hitch as a catch for Tees. Sets up a 3rd and 4. Georgia looks like they might be trying to set up a little blitz, and they do. He throws it, though. Tees wide open, gets into the end zone. He beats KJ Bolden. You send the pressure. He makes a play. Take a look at the replay since I clicked through it. But yeah, had the wide receiver lined up against the free safety. That is a win all day. The pass, I mean, it works. Wasn't the best pass, but it does end up going for a touchdown. A&M now looking to tie it up with a Sexton extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. This is what happens. So Georgia with a long drive to open things up, score, get a stop, unable to capitalize and go up, multiple scores. A&M then responds, puts up a really good drive, and Georgia now will start off their 3rd possession at their own 18. Stockton comes out, 3 wide receivers. He takes the snap, tries to set up a screen, and he does have ETN, but ETN does not get the block needed. That is now a loss of 3. Stick with this 3-wide look. They do have confidence in Stockton. He's had a couple of bad outings over the last 3 weeks. He might get a deep ball. Anthony Evans has the speed, and it's caught. Anthony Evans, the 1,000-yard wide receiver, with a big strike for Georgia. He's got the speed advantage if he doesn't have the size advantage. And number 5 goes for 6. Got his shot. The safety on that side came up. Stockton almost put too much air under that ball, but it ends up being a perfect throw. You see Evans with the speed to separate. 2 touchdowns now on the day for Stockton. 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. Georgia retakes the lead with a big shot there. 2 plays, 82 yards. That is taken for a touchback by Sneed. Quick pass. Ball's incomplete. Tried to quickly get that out to his tight end, but it did not work out. Reed now in the backfield by himself. That might be an illegal block down the field is what it looked like to me. They might end up calling that as pass interference. They do show Raylan Wilson. They're going to call it illegal contact. I feel like he was blocking me, ref. That's all I have to say about that. Back in the pistol, it's a 1st and 10 for the Aggies. It's a handoff to Reuben Owens, but he is locked up in the backfield. A loss of 1, Kristen Miller, Jordan Hall, and Raylan Wilson leading the way there. 2 tight end shotgun set. Reed now being chased, gets out of the pocket, slides down. It's a gain of 4. I think Georgia doing differently than what they normally do. It looks like they're trying to go a lot of man here. And that's going to be a mistake again. Thomas mixed up with Ellis Robinson. It's a nice throw from Reed. Could have maybe been a touchdown, but Georgia is at least lucky enough that it did go out of bounds. A handoff to Reuben Owens, cut down by Bowles, who gets all the way across the field. Excellent play from him. Just a gain of 3. Now at less than 3.5 minutes, it's a 2 tight end set, of course, again. It's going to be a read option. This one goes to Daniels, wrapped up by KJ Bolden. Sets up a 3rd and 3. Georgia's been eating up a little bit in that man. Might see them go away from that here, at least for a little bit. It's going to be a quick snap. Reed trying to scramble. He throws it wide. What a catch. Donovan Green was left open. That was almost a bad throw from Reed. It was a bad throw. Green able to make a hell of a play there on the sideline. A&M is not going to go away quietly. It's a carry to Owens, who this time does get a hole and good blocking. Takes that for a gain of 7. Georgia's run defense has been solid so far. It has had a couple of splash plays allowed. A bunch set to the right. Reed's got nobody there on him. He slides down again. It's a 1st down scramble. Now down below 1.5 minutes in this first half. Reed takes the snap. I'm going to try to throw this one for the end zone. 14th interception of the year by Dalen Everett. Just going to take that for a touchback. Why do y'all keep testing the guy that is resetting the SEC record books? Stop doing it. A 14th interception in game 13 for Dalen Everett. Just Reed was really late on that throw. That was not like a jump ball situation. Just kind of threw it in a spot where, his receiver had no chance to make a play there. No real reason to try anything crazy here. I just don't feel like. Stockton takes it. He's just going to hand it off to Etienne, who gets wrapped up quickly there by Brownlow Dindy. Like, I think you maybe try to create a splash play, but you're not sitting here going to try to throw the ball down the field and make a crucial mistake. Stockton sends Anthony Evans in motion. Takes it. This one's a quick pass out to Anthony Evans. Does get it. That makes it a 3rd and 6. 50 seconds left here in this first half. They're trying me, I'm afraid. Stockton, 3 wide receivers dealt in the slot. He takes the snap. He's going to try to loft this one to London. Humphreys knocked away. Georgia's going to have to punt, give the ball back to A&M. Got a look they wanted, decided to take a shot. Humphreys has got plenty of speed. Thorson punts it away. Georgia's 2nd punt of the day. Ruben Owens does not call for the fair catch and gets power bombed by Daniel Harris. Now a 2 tight end set for A&M. They have all 3 timeouts. Georgia needs to make sure they don't give up the long ball. It's a play action. Short throw. Everett quickly tackles Thomas. Gain of maybe 4 or 5 there. Gain of 6. Okay. 2nd and 4. Don't give up the big play. That one almost intercepted. Good play by Bowles. They would have knocked that one away from Donovan Green. Now it's a 3rd and 4. Would not be shocked to see a run here from A&M. They do drop back to pass. Quick little whip route out to Vega, who does take that for a 1st down. A&M uses their 2nd timeout. Just across midfield. Probably got to get 15-ish yards here. Maybe 20 with Sexton being a freshman kicker. He dumps it off underneath to Owens. Nice tackle in the open field. A&M's already used their 3rd and final timeout of this first half. Georgia making them dink and dunk it, at least on this drive. Reed drops back to pass. Just throws that one away. Sets up a 3rd and 2. Wide set. Reed takes the snap. Gonna try to look like he probably tried to get that one to the tight end there, but instead has to throw it away for the 2nd straight throw. A&M will punt it. Trying to pin Georgia deep. Not a horrible punt. Georgia will likely just hand this one off and go to the locker room with a touchdown lead. Tobias in the backfield. It's a straight carry to him. Runs through a couple of arm tackles there. It's a gain of 9, but Georgia goes into the locker room up 14-7, and Anthony Evans' 85-ish yard touchdown has been the difference. 4 catches, 97 yards, and a score from him after just a 2-catch performance. But he did find the end zone against Tech. Stockton's been really good. They've gotten some good pressure on him, and he has scrambled around and made a play like this one for the score. Run game's been a little inconsistent, but it's a really, really good Texas A&M front. This was the deep ball touchdown. Perfect throw. Anthony Evans with the speed. Texas A&M's had 1 good drive, but otherwise been a little bit inconsistent. For really 2 drives, because Reed did throw an interception. Dalen Everett got his 14th of the season. But A&M will start off the second half with the ball as Georgia prepares to kick off. Let's see if Sneed is going to take this one out of the end zone, and he does. He gets locked up at the 15. Should have taken that one for a touchback. A&M's been one of the better rushing teams in the conference so far. Off to a bit of a rough start so far in this one. Ruben Owens, just a gain of 1 there, got locked up by Jamal Jarrett and Jordan Hall. 9 carries, 32 yards. 2 tight ends staying on the field. So play action. A hand came off the controller. Big completion to Donovan Green. Gets the 1st down there. I've been impressed with Reed so far. The interception was a really bad decision and throw, but otherwise he's been really good. He's been accurate, throwing the ball away when he's needed to. Two tight ends are still out there. They send Thomas in motion. It's a fake to him and a handoff to Ruben Owens, but Raylan Wilson shuts it down. Just a gain of 1. Now holding him to 3.3 yards a carry. It's another run to Owens, tries to turn it up, and he's brought down by Jalen Walker and Jamal Jarrett. Sets up a 3rd and 8. Georgia's defense now really honing in on that run game. Jalen Walker in pass coverage is not something that I love, to be honest with you. It is a play action, and he is hit immediately. Jordan Hall with the instantaneous pressure beats his man. And A&M is forced to punt to start the second half. A&M's got to get their run game going, I think. Nitro Tuggle takes the return. Gets a pretty decent little bit of yardage there. Georgia definitely going to try to get this run game going in this second half, I am sure. Two tight ends out here. Branson Robinson gets the ball and gets some good blocking there. Takes that for a gain of 8. He was really effective on a limited number of carries last week. 3 of them averaging 9 yards a pop. Now Tobias is out there under center. It's a handoff to Tobias, who's got big room, runs over the safety. Tobias gets to midfield. I don't think there's any doubt who is likely to lead this backfield heading into next year. Delp goes in motion. Stockton takes it. It's a handoff to Tobias, who's got a lot of room down the sideline. Runs over the safety again. 5 rushes, 55 yards for the true freshman. Georgia trying to impose their will on this possession. Stockton. Again, it's a handoff. Branson takes that for a gain of 3. Got good blocking up ahead of him. Now we see ETN. It's a 2 tight end set. Get a stretch play out to ETN. ETN's got blocking on the outside. Spin move. ETN inside the 5. He's in the end zone. ETN with a big hitter touchdown there. Your reigning running back of the year, trying to go after the award, has had some huge weeks recently in total yards from scrimmage, strikes. That poor free safety had no chance. Dalton Brooks got put in the washing machine. It's a spin cycle. And ETN finds the end zone. Georgia extends their lead. Woodring's kick is up and it is good. 75 yards on 5 plays, all of them runs. And if you're A&M, if you're Mike Elko, you better score this possession. Your defense just really struggled to stop that rushing attack. To say the least, they didn't stop it at all. 2 tight ends set, Reed. It's a hand, it's a play action. It's a good throw off, but KJ Bolden is right there, flat, able to dislodge it. I formation. It's a run to the right to Ruben Owens, but there's nowhere for him to go, but he gets a hole. Humphreys finally gets him. There was essentially no hole, but nobody could get their hands on him, and a crease just barely opens in time. As now Daniels comes in as a substitute for Owens. It is a carry to Daniels. Brought down there by Bowles. It's a gain of 3. Two tight ends and a fullback out there. It's I formation again. They do drop back to pass this time. Gets a quick pass out to Noah Thomas. 5th catch for him. That is Reed's #1 target in this passing game. 2 tight ends. It's a handoff to Owens. Locked up that time. Jordan Hall, Damon Wilson. Now it's an empty set for Reed. And he tries to set up the screen. We're able to get over there to it pretty quickly. A gain of 3 there. Micah tees, a little bit of a dangerous pass. He kind of hitched it, almost allowed Everett to come in there and try to get a turnover. Reed has to scramble out. He's trying to go for the first down. C.J. Allen has him, but misses the tackle. Reed able to get through it. Takes that for a first down. That's the athleticism. That's the danger that he does pose. It's a handoff to Owens, tackled down by Wilson, but it is a gain of 5. Good blocking on that play. And it's back to the I formation. A&M is going to this when they know they need a drive. It's a handoff to Daniels. Jamal Jarrett says, no, sir. Tackle for loss. Jarrett doesn't get to play a lot because most teams don't use these 2 tight end I formation looks very much. 3rd and 6, they set up a screen, get it to Owens. He's got room, got the block in. Everett on the tackle, but it is a first down. Didn't have enough bodies on that side of the field. Reed with the good read there. Bunch set to the left. This is going to be a draw to Owens. Owens gets just enough blocking, breaks the tackle of Kristen Miller, gets 6 yards out of that somehow. I formation. Reed takes it. It's a handoff to Owens. Oh, misplayed by Bowles. A.J. Bolden's at least able to spin Owens down. Sets up a 3rd and 1. 2 tight ends there to the left side. It's going to be a handoff there. Owens gets just enough blocks. Is brought down by Jamal Jarrett. He gets a first down. It is now a 1st and goal from the 10. 2 tight end set. So run up the middle to Daniels. Really nice tackle there from Raylan Wilson, having a really good day. Gain of nothing, maybe even a loss of a yard there. Reed. Pistol set. It's a handoff to Owens. Misread by Raylan Wilson, and Owens takes it down to the 1. He thought Owens might try to bounce it outside. Owens with a nice 1 cut back up the middle. Able to take advantage of the one-on-one situation there. 2 tight ends. It's a handoff. Reed stopped. KJ Bolden tried to get a hand on him. Ended up being C.J. Allen that stopped him right at the 1-yard line. And Texas A&M is going to have to kick a field goal here. And they do decide to let it go to the 4th quarter. Do they now decide to? I think you have to. You're in the 4th quarter. I think you have to try to go for it. I don't think you have a choice. I think you have to go for the touchdown here. They have taken up a lot of the clock, multiple possessions, especially on this drive, and they are going to stick with the field goal. I don't like the call. You're down 2 touchdowns. You're still going to be down 2 scores. The kick is up from Sexton. It is good. A 16-play drive that just took up a lot of time. Anthony Evans takes the kickoff out of the end zone. Gets up to the 20. So it was essentially all run, or it was all runs on the last drive. 5 runs for 75 yards. Tobias is out there. I think you run until A&M shows you they can stop it. Tobias takes that for a gain of 2. Three wide receiver set. The flag. Oh, did we get a false start? Is a false start on Georgia's offense. Stockton may have been trying to get ready to take a deep shot there, as A&M really started pressing the line. And instead, it's a false start. Now a 2nd and 13. Stockton, 3 wide receivers. He takes the snap, gets this out to Oscar Delp in rhythm. Only ends up being a gain of 6. Delp's 4th catch of the day. Stockton now, 3 wide receivers. It's a 3rd and 7. Takes the snap. He's going to get Dylan Bell, who makes the catch there, gets the first down. The senior has been so crucial to this passing attack on 3rd downs. 3 wide set. Stockton hands it off to ETN. Okay, A&M is starting to put a little bit more focus on stopping the run. 2nd and 9. Georgia goes back under center. Stockton takes it. It's a stretch play to ETN, who scored a touchdown on that, just gains a yard. Sets up now a 3rd and 8. Georgia trying to be methodical with their decision making here. Stockton goes empty. Takes the snap. Going to get this Nitro Tuggle. Tuggle on the 3rd and 8 gets the first down. Stockton's been really, really good today. 14 of 16, 200 yards, has 2 touchdowns. One on the ground, one through the air. Tobias is back out there. Just a carry to him. Shows off the physicality there. Takes that for a gain of 4. Tobias staying out there as Georgia is trying to impose their will. Delp in motion. It's a carry to Tobias. He gets stopped that time for a gain of nothing. Sets up a 3rd and 6. Stockton now 3 wide receivers out of the shotgun. Stockton drops back, takes his snap. Oh, and he's gonna get hit as he has to throw. Georgia was at least successful in running some of this clock away, but they will have to punt it. Just a 3rd incompletion of the day. Thorson's punt. It's a solid one. Owens has to take it for a fair catch at his own 15. A&M has got to score twice. It's a nice pass. Noah Thomas takes that for a first down, gain of about 13 or 14. Thomas has been the most active receiver for the Aggies today. They are back into a 2 tight end set. Owens with Reed in the backfield. It's a play action. Dumps it off right, all by himself. His tees. Reed's done an excellent job of spreading the ball around. Empty set. He's going to throw it over the middle, and Ellis Robinson with a hell of an interception. Ellis Robinson for the 2nd straight game. Pick 6. Don't turn the ball over on offense. Wait for them to make a mistake. Reed's 2nd interception of the day. 1 in Georgia's end zone. This one taken back by Georgia into the end zone. And Georgia now looking to go up 18. Woodring's kick is up and it is good. A 28-10 lead for Georgia. Woodring kicks it away. Sneed likely going to take this one for a touchback, and he does. An 18-point lead now for Georgia. Reed tried to just throw that pass a little bit over the head of Ellis Robinson, but Robinson has the athleticism, able to make a play on it. That's a bad tackle attempt from Raylan Wilson, taken by Tees for a first down. His 6th catch, 72 yards now. 2 tight ends. Problem is, I don't know if A&M has got like the big play in store, and as soon as I say that, Noah Thomas streaks into the end zone. Had to be some miscommunication in the Georgia secondary. He quickly got off the line there. That was, I mean, I could not have jinxed that anymore. Yep, Aguero got turned around. It was a cover 2 setup for Georgia. Excuse me, just a cover 6. But Aguero was not at all in the right position on that play. A&M gets their first score. the extra point. They are still down 11. They're going to need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal to tie it up. They do just kick it away. Tuggle. Going to take this one for a touchback. Take it out to the 25. Georgia go right back to this run game that's been a little suspect now on the last possession. They are under center. Stockton hands it off to Etienne. Nothing there. Let's at least get back to the line of scrimmage. Now A&M is making it a point. They're going to stop that run. They go back to the shotgun. 3 wide. Delp in the slot. Etienne sent in motion. They set up the screen to Delp, and Delp's got room to go. Really big play there for Delp. 5th catch of the day. Georgia is still comfortable throwing the ball. Stockton has been so efficient today. Stockton takes the snap. Quick dump off to Anthony Evans. See if he can make a play. Short catch. He is over the century mark. They sent pressure, hoping to catch Anthony Evans with a little bit more separation there. With a quick pass, see if they can run and go, but it is a gain of 4. Stockton now carry to Etienne. Etienne falls forward. It's a first down. 10th carry for Etienne. Getting over 5 yards a carry. Roderick Robinson, 2 tight ends. Stockton takes it. It's a handoff to Roderick Robinson. Runs over that safety. Brooks has been put in some bad situations. Georgia running out a lot of this clock. Closing in on the 2-minute warning. Tobias takes it. He's going to get the carry. Runs through the defensive tackle and gets a first down. It will be 1st and 10 from A&M's 37 when we get back from the 2-minute warning. Branson now is out there. A&M is in desperation mode. Stockton hands it off to Branson. Branson able to find his way for a gain of 4. A Georgia first down is going to put this game on ice. Everybody in the box. Stockton's going to call an audible. Takes the snap. Stockton now going to have to scramble. He's going to have to throw it away. Georgia tried to go for the splash play. It did not work. A&M is able to save their timeouts. Empty set. Stockton, 3rd and 6, a first down. Essentially wins you the game. He takes it. London Humphreys with a catch. It's a first down. Close to the 15. Stockton able to maybe put the dagger on this game. Got it. Tobias is back out there, Georgia. Trying to put the dagger on this one. But he is brought down at the line of scrimmage there. A&M has to use their final timeout. Tobias is sticking out there. Delp sent into motion. It is a handoff to Tobias. Is tackled down again, just a gain of 1. On the ready. 3 wide set, Stockton. He's going to hand it off to Etienne. Etienne brought down for a short gain. Woodring's going to get sent out to kick a field goal. We'll have to let this clock run down really slowly, unfortunately. Really, really impressive day here for Georgia. Certainly looking to hold on. If Woodring's kick is good, it will be a full 2-touchdown lead with essentially, I mean, an impossible amount of time, really and truly. That's going to be about 20 seconds left. Woodring's kick is up, and it is good. A 31-17 lead for Georgia. A&M with their backup quarterback is now staring 2 straight losses in the face. Can they make the college football playoff? And Georgia, do they put themselves in a spot where they are the #1 overall seed? Again, Reed now just going to scramble it out. He's going to have to throw it away. 14 seconds left. They're still fighting, but they have to get 14 points in 14 seconds. I don't know that it's possible unless they have Reggie Miller somehow taking shots and getting steals for them. Reed just throws it away again. 8 seconds left. Sets up, he just throws it away again. There's 3 seconds left. They'll throw it up one more time. Might as well at least put it where somebody can maybe try to catch it for some stats here. And he does throw it deep, but throws it out of bounds where no one can get it. Georgia 31-17. Coach Brown has led this Bulldog program to back-to-back SEC titles with bigger fish to fry coming up. Excellent day from Stockton. A really, really strong day from the defense. Ellis Robinson, a pick 6 in his 2nd straight game. The run game had the one huge 5-play, 75-yard drive that really kind of put icing on this one. Dylan Bell made big plays on 3rd downs. Oscar Delp made plays. Jordan Hall was a menace on the defensive side. A 14th interception from Dalen Everett, and an SEC title for the Georgia Bulldogs. A&M fought hard, just didn't have enough. They just didn't. It is what it is. Let's see what we maybe want to do. Let's see. As always, guys, got to try to find a thumbnail here. This apply, it'll be fine. Stockton, after the 2 interception game last week, goes 17 for 21, 238 yards. I know that's not going to wow some of these quarterback recruits with the play style and everything, but a touchdown, no interception, really, really good performance. 11 carries for Tobias. He leads the way with 67 yards. Etienne 11 for 52 and a touchdown. Robinson 4 for 14. Roger Robinson 2 for 12. Stockton with a rushing touchdown. Anthony Evans 5 for 101 and a score. Delp 5 for 65. Humphreys 2 for 36. Dylan Bell 2 for 29. 2 big 3rd down conversions though. Etienne had a bad day catching the ball. Tuggle 1 for 11 on a big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line, I thought, did real well. No sacks allowed. We had success running the football. Really good day running the football. Cannot complain at all about that. Defensively, Bowles, really good game. 9 tackles, a tackle for loss. Wilson, 7 tackles, a tackle for loss. Couple of plays they maybe got a little out of position, but largely played really, really well. We'll take a look at the tackles for losses. Hall, Walker each with 2. Wilson, Everett, Bowles, Miller, Jarrett, Allen, and Damon Wilson all with a tackle for loss. No sacks here in this one for Georgia. 2 interceptions, one from Dalen Everett in the end zone. Ellis Robinson with a 44-yard pick 6. Despite the fact that Dalen Everett's got 14 interceptions, I do think it's going to be Ellis Robinson that ends up winning the defensive back of the year. As we take a look now, Marcel Reed, 21 of 35, 265, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The first interception was a really bad decision through putting no arc on a throw. I believe it was Thomas that Everett picked off in the end zone. The one that Ellis Robinson took for a pick six, I feel like was more of a really good play by one than it was, Reed just making the wrong decision, tried to hit a deep end right behind him. Robinson just jumped up and picked it off. On the ground, Owens, 18 carries, 73 yards, so it's 4 yards a pop, but I feel like we did a good job stopping their rushing attack. Daniels just 6 for 9. Reed did have a couple of scrambles, ended up with 15 yards rushing. We did not get any sacks on him as well. Thomas, 7 for 124 and a score. Of course, had the 57-yard touchdown as I jinxed the Bulldogs defense. T, 6 for 72 and a score. Owens, 3 for 23 out of the backfield. Donovan Green, 3 for 30. Had one real impressive third down snag on the sideline. Vega, 2 for 16. Thought A&M's offensive line did really good. It's a really good unit. Didn't give up any sacks. Reed had a couple of times of pressure, but he's a good enough athlete to make the most of it. And they ran the ball okay, but it was a good overall matchup there. Their leading tackler was Brooks, who had 10, got ran over a couple of times, unfortunately for him, but still had a good game. Anderson, Kerr, each with 9. Kerr had a really good game. 9 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Had a tackle for loss from Brownlow, Dindy, Howell, Brooks, and from Scorton. Scorton's tackle for loss. And, we did give up a sack, okay. Tackle for loss, and the sack came pretty early in the game for him. No interceptions. We were clean on that. Thought A&M played a pretty good game. We won the turnover battle 2-0 with one of those being for a pick six. We hit the big play to Evans, and we had the one drive where we ran it right down their throats. They just didn't have enough to beat us. We played a really, really clean game, and I think we're very tough to beat when we play that way and can still create, big plays down the field. So we get a 2-touchdown win, and we're on to the playoffs, barring a bug or glitch in the game. And so we will maneuver. Big win for us, of course, back-to-back SEC champions. Trying to go for the big prize again, though, for sure. We'll get a big update here with award winners, and we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at our season stats. But, yeah, really, really strong finish to the quote-unquote regular season there. We'll advance the week. USC versus Ohio State's a big matchup in the Big Ten Conference Championship. Let's take a look, see what we get here. Finally got a big level up. We're getting to a point it's hard to get those. So we do get some additional points, or should anyway, unless something glitches. Ellis Robinson is your SEC Defensive Player of the Week. So you're going to get National Defensive Player of the Week. Julian Sayin wins the Heisman. He's been leading it for the past pretty good little bit. The Ohio State redshirt freshman quarterback wins the Heisman. Obviously was a major 5-star. I believe the number 1 quarterback in the country. It was either him or Raiola at the end of it in their respective class. But Sayin, great fit for Ohio State. Was originally at Alabama, transferred to Ohio State after Nick Saban retired. Jordan Hall wins Best Defensive Player. So we win that back-to-back years. He was outstanding. Jordan Hall won Defensive End of the Year, back-to-back years. A dog wins that. Trevor Etienne, back-to-back years, winning the best running back, and that's without him playing as well as he did last year, to be honest. But or not, I guess not playing as well, but not being used as much as he was last year. Really, really good all-around game. He's probably at 1,300 or 1,400 total scrimmage yards with 10 scores or so. Ellis Robinson does win Defensive Back of the Year. 5 pick sixes, I guess, on 7 interceptions will outshine the Dalen Everett success. At this point, I don't know how I'd take Ellis Robinson out of the nickelback spot. Even with Everett graduating, he has been exceptional there. Was a freshman All-American. Was one of the best players in the country as a true freshman from that spot. Been really, really active with the interceptions this year. I think he only had 1 last year. Outstanding player. Living up to the hype. Jalen Walker, best linebacker. Finishes up his Georgia career winning an award has been really, really good for us the past 2 years in this series. Jordan Hall Lombardi Award. And that is it for us. It is early National Signing Day. From a managed staff perspective, I still have my guys, which is huge. That certainly helps with the National Signing Day. We'll take a look at this, then we'll take a look at awards. So, recruiting-wise, I have signed all of my players. So everybody I'm looking at, we'll take a look at the transfer portal just in case when that time comes. So, Keldon Leonard, I really just kind of wanted to take a look at him because I think this is going to end up being the guy. Yeah, the 85 deep accuracy, 78 medium, needs to work on that. Good athlete, though. But yeah, Leonard, high-end quarterback. McGinnis, arguably the number 1 player in the entire country, ranked number 2, best running back in the country. That's the elite development trait for him. So it's star for Leonard. So we'll see what the caps are for him, but I think that's the second best development trait. Still used to the Madden concept. Elite is the best you get. This guy's a stud. His deal breaker is playing time, so that'll be something to watch out for with him. Probably going to have to try to get him on the field a good bit that first year if it starts looking like he might transfer out. Wide receiver, you got Ben McNulty, Greg DiNapoli, and Eric Addington. Addington was a late guy I found, the 96 speed with the 94 jump on him. So a star development for him, which is huge. Impact for DiNapoli, impact for McNulty. Okay. Tight end, Goodwell, star development. That's excellent. He's a vertical threat. I think is really going to be a seamless fit for us eventually. Offensive tackle, Roche, the impact development, okay. Got star here for Delvin Pride. That's huge. Really, really nice. Almost for sure a future starter. At guard, we have Edward Etling as impact, okay. Impact for Sean Gee, even though he is a 4-star bust. That's nice. Ben Traynor at center as a star. Nice, okay. Defensive end, you got Miguel Fajardo with star development. Very good. Same for Jarek Shaughnessy here. No defensive tackles. Outside linebacker Titus Gillis, a 5-star with star development. Excellent. R.J. Washington, a 4-star gem with star development. Excellent. No cornerbacks, no linebackers, no safeties. Okay, so obviously a really small class. We did get Kevin Lozano, who does have impact development. He will have to be our punter heading into next year. But yeah, so our class, despite it being small, is still number 3. Really want to stay in the top 5, which it looks like we should, to be honest, unless Clemson and Wisconsin or Notre Dame sign a whole bunch of players. I'm trying to get that skill boost where I can buy that other Coach XP thing. Yeah, let's take a look. Obviously, Sayin did win the Heisman. Your award winners. Player of the Year, Julian Sayin. Oh, my bad. Before we do this, I do need to take a look at the scores from Conference Championship Week. So we had Western Kentucky winning Conference USA over Jack State. Miami of Ohio over Ball State in the MAC. Kansas State continues to be really good. They beat Iowa State in the Big 12. Georgia State over Arkansas State in the Sun Belt. Our game, obviously. Charlotte with the upset over UTSA. At least a slight upset, I would say. There for the American Conference Championship. We have San Jose State over Nevada in the Mountain West. And a shootout, 47-42 USC over Ohio State. The top 2 Heisman guys saying a 5-touchdown interception performance, just enough to beat out Miller Moss, who had a 6-touchdown, 0 interception performance. Outstanding. And NC State upsets and hammers Boston College. I don't know if Boston College is going to get into the college football playoff with that. 33-7, big win there in the ACC for NC State. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry. Go back to award winners here. So, obviously had Sayin, Junior Irish, which is kind of funny, Trojans and Notre Dame being big rivals. He wins head coach of the year. Best quarterback of the year goes to Sayin Jordan Hall, defensive player of the year. We saw that. We saw that. We saw that. Dakota Thomas from Southern Miss wins the best receiver award. We had nobody here for this. Always good to see Nick Harbor. So hoping, look, with his 84 overall, he should be excited to play him and see how they utilize him. The 99 speed, 99 acceleration wide receiver for them. So, yeah, we had nobody here, but lots of familiar names. This Xavier Jordan guy has been he was really good for USC this year. So, yeah, a lot of familiar names here. Lombardi goes to Jordan Hall. We saw that. Miller Moss finishes up his career with the Unitas Golden Arm Award. Saw that. Terrence Moore, a center from Pittsburgh, wins the best interior lineman. Oscar Delp, we were not able to get him best tight end. It goes to Lake McRae from USC. Really hope to play them. That's the team I want to play. If things work out that way. Did not get a winner for the Broyles Award like we did last year. Jalen Walker, we saw that. Terrence Moore wins best center. Okay. Todd Polino from Duke wins the Lou Groza. Had a much better year kicking the ball with Woodring, but didn't kick enough field goals for that. And Joshua Hewitt from Kennesaw State wins the best punter. And before we go to the bracket, we will take a look at All-Americans. Julian Say, and again, it seems like a lot of the All-American stuff is tied in like half and half with like overalls and stuff too. I guess more so than the stats. Like again, ETN was running back of the year and it's not a first-team All-American. But anyway, but some of these I guess don't make sense. So we'll just go with it. Sayin, Darius Taylor, Ruben Owens, Nick Harbor, Dakota Thomas, Xavier Jordan. We do have Oscar Delp made first-team All-American. Kelvin Banks, Tyler Booker, Terrence Moore, Jadon Roberts, Jonah Saviania, Ruben Bain, excellent player from Miami. Abdul Carter, excellent player. Peter Woods, excellent player. Bear Alexander, former Georgia Bulldog. Harold Perkins, Nick Martin, and Jacob Manu from Arizona. Interesting player there. Davison Igbenuson from Ohio State. Malik Muhammad from Texas. Caleb Downs is first-team All-American for the second straight year from Ohio State. Obviously an outstanding, incredible player. Kevin Winston, really good player there for Penn State. Alex McPherson from Auburn. Ryan Eckley for Penn State, second team. Ben Chamberlain from North Texas. I think he finished 5th for the Heisman. Damian Martinez, Trevor Etienne does get a second-team All-American. He has just been so good for us. Rodney Gallagher, Corey Milliner from UAB. Quentin Rice from Kansas State. Good to see them involved. Bennett Christian from Ohio State. Jalen Rivers, Micah Morris for Georgia. Parker Brailsford, who won Center of the Year last year. Okay, Xavier Hill, Blake Miller. Patrick Payton, really good player there. Joshua Mickens, junior for Ohio State. Dante Corleone, Notre Dame. Marcus Deal, TCU. Sonny Styles, Ohio State. I believe he was a first or second team All-American last year as well. Lander Barton from Utah. Tony Rojas from Penn State. Cornerback here, we have D'Angelo Pons from Indiana. Good to see the Hoosiers represented. Colin Wright from Stanford. Good to see some different guys. Dylan Thieneman from Purdue, and Xavier Wankpa from Iowa, always producing good secondary guys. Texas State kicker Mason Shipley and Max Fletcher at Cincinnati. Does Tobias get first-team freshman All-American? He does not. Saying Alvon Isaac from USF, Chris Kruger from Northern Illinois, Xavier Jordan, outstanding for them. Parker Bragg from Duke, I know was on the the Biletnikoff Best Wide Receiver Award list. KJ Duff. We do get Marcus Easley. Any other Georgia players here? Teddy Cotter, Tennessee, somebody I really pushed for, just unable to bring him in. Don't really recognize any of these other names as maybe guys that we lost out on. Some of these guys are obviously redshirt freshmen. So, yeah, Cotter's the only actually true freshman on the list. So, Take a look at the All-SEC team. Brock Vandagriff gets first team All-SEC, former Georgia Bulldogs. Ruben Owens, ETN, over to wide receiver. It's Harbor, Caleb Burton, Anthony Evans. Did make an All-SEC team as a junior. Should be back next year. Oscar Delp, of course. See if there's any. Okay. Mbo from Missouri. Scorton. Had a sack in the last game. No other Georgia players, okay? Second team, Lenore Sellers. So was unable to get Stockton in there as a quarterback on either one of these teams. Ernest Green, Micah Morris along the line. Second team, Bowles and Jalen Walker. Second team, Jonel Aguero. Second team, Brett Thorson. Second team, freshman. We do have Tobias there, of course. Calhoun, Easley, Jamario Yates, Justin Williams, Chris Jones, and Andre Evans as far as freshman All-SEC guys. So let's take a look at our CFP bracket. Looks like we're number 2. Let's see, though. And we are. So your top 4 are USC, Georgia, Kansas State, and Charlotte. And then your 5 seed is Ohio State. Your 6 seed is Notre Dame. Your 7 seed is Miami. 8 seed is Michigan. 9 seed is Texas A&M. The 10 is Clemson. Texas is 11. And Western Kentucky, your final bid is 12. So NC State won the ACC, but we're not high enough ranked because they weren't ranked. To get into the college football playoff. So the ACC champion is not in there, but Clemson is. So Georgia's matchup is going to come down to being either Miami or Clemson. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's just look at job offers just for fun. I know some people are having a hard time getting any real good. So we do get an offensive defense coordinator and 2 head coach things. Obviously, we're not taking it. This is a Georgia Bulldogs dynasty, not a coach dynasty. So let's see who our opponent is going to be. And I think I would rather play Miami. Oh, excuse me. Miami also made it in for the ACC. Apologies on that. But yeah, the ACC champion did not make it in. I would rather play Miami. We played Clemson in year 1. It was a really good game. I think I'd rather play Miami. I think that's who we're going to play. So let's see what we have here. And in our college football playoff matchup, it is a rematch with Clemson from year 1 in the Orange Bowl. Okay. Number 2 versus number 9. They went 10-3, 5-3 in the conference. Upgrade coach skills. Obviously, I want which one is it that I had to get the there was something I had to do to get 2 top 5 recruiting classes. I don't think I've actually done enough to do that. Maybe it is this talent developer. Let me take a look. I'm going to take a look at this myself. I know that's something I could have already gotten. I'll take a look at this, but I wanted to get obviously want to eventually get this program builder, but I'll take a look and see if there's anything I want to upgrade there. We'll take a look at our stats through the regular season plus conference championship. Stockton, 3,400 yards, 33 touchdowns against 12 interceptions. Completion percentage has still been outstanding. Don't throw the ball as much as we did last year. ETN closing in on 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground. Tobias, really good, leading the team in yards per carry, 4 scores on the ground for him. Roger Robinson, 7 scores, been really good. Branson, I mean, there have been parts of me as I've thought about this kind of off the videos, like, is he a guy that I don't really utilize that much next year and get McGinnis and Tobias kind of as the focal points with Roger Robinson? But he's been, like, the A&M felt like he ran better than what the stats are showing there, but he's had some really, really strong weeks throughout. And, like, my gut is telling me that he's, like, played better or felt better than, like, these yards per carries in 3 of these 5 games have been. But I thought he's really ran well, showed off some power, assuming he'll be back next year. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes up. Glenn Easy is probably going to be the guy that ends up being less utilized next year. Um, he is a receiving back, so he might find a role in that offense, but obviously we still have a long way to go. Anthony Evans, probably, if we can make a run, get through a game or two, you know, is almost for sure going to break the yardage and touchdown record. So he's tied the touchdown record, and he's roughly 100 yards, 115 yards or so behind Dominic Lovett's record, which was set in year one in yardage. He's tied with Brock Bowers for receiving touchdowns. So he's been outstanding this year. Humphreys, all these guys still kind of doing their thing. Delp has really come on strong here at the end of the year. I've made him more of a focal point after he was one of the main focal points last year. Back-to-back really good games, 10 catches for over 150 yards in those two games for us. It's been a quiet year, up and down. He found the end zone, a pretty good little bit. ETN, of course, has been really good out of the backfield. Tuggle's been really good, and we've needed him too. Still do not get the second tight end very involved. From a sack perspective, Kelton Smith has given up the most with 5. Not a whole lot given up, though. Raylan Wilson almost for sure going to lead the way in tackles, with Bowles or Aguero or Bolden going to be behind him. Really good year for Ellis Robinson. You can pause it if you want to. I don't want to go through every single player's stats right now. Tackle for loss, Jordan Hall leads the way with 34. Certainly led the country. Christian Miller's probably second. Jalen Walker maybe third in the country in that category, but he doesn't really sort that well. Damon Wilson, all those guys, really, really good, and all of them are in double digits for sacks as well. So 12.5 for Christian Miller's leading the way, with Jalen Walker, Damon Wilson, and Jordan Hall all right behind him. 14 interceptions from Dalen Everett, 7 for Ellis Robinson, 4 for Bowles, 3 for Wilson, 2 for Aguero and Bolden, and 1 for Julian Humphrey. Humphrey's kind of been so-so this year. Just 4 deflections, has not really been overly active. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe for some reason they're testing, Everett a lot. But yeah, Ellis Robinson, 7 interceptions, taking 5 of those back from touchdowns. He's been excellent. Woodring, 15 of 19 so far. What was I last year with him? Maybe in my Tulane dynasty, I really struggled in year one. So slight uptick on field goal percentage. Have not missed an extra point this year after I did miss one last year. Thorson, good punter, just doesn't have to punt a whole lot. But yeah, man, next time that I see you guys in this series, we will be starting our college football playoff run again, and we will be taking on Clemson out of the ACC. Again, that's a rematch from the very, very first video of this series. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Leave me feedback, in the comments section below. Check out my Tulane Dynasty. That's been a lot of fun on the channel as well. And I do have an Atlanta Hawks NBA 2K25 series I'm doing as well, trying to branch out a little bit from the football and see how that goes. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking around this far. And until next time, peace.